Until about 10-15 years ago, the Eastern countries were still religiously minded. They were still, spiritual in the real sense of that word. People worship, God's temples. People really feared for the life after death, and they worked, most of them, for the next life. They went to the temple every day, every morning, and worshipped. And they helped each other, and they they understood that greed was something really terribly bad. And they did all kinds of religious ceremonies, although some of them were really bad, sacrificing animals in order to satisfy the gods was something dreadful, and the caste system and all that kind of stuff. That was one extreme. And now that has collapsed overnight. The culture that was read and was practiced for thousands of years has been disappeared now. And what is happening there now is that people are constantly thinking about money, no matter what. It is so competitive. People are not helping each other anymore. They've become so greedy that they are ready to steal, lie, cheat. Making money and collecting, gathering all the material stuff has become the only attraction there. Even going to the temple is becoming business. The priests are doing all the bad things, selling drugs in the temples, cheating, lying. And it is quite shocking to me what is taking place over there. You see, nobody talks about being nice, religious. And the West, frustrated by having so much time, they have so much that most of the people are so frustrated with having so much, because technology has done great service to humanity. People don't really have to work, hard work, and they are going out trying to find something that can give them joy, purpose to life. And that's when they go and try to find some yoga teachers or meditation teachers and try to calm the mind. But they fail to understand that has become another business. Those people who claim to be the teacher of some kind of yoga or whatever, they are trying to make money, because it has become one of the easiest way to make money. Nobody in the East talks about all this meditation, yoga. They are not concerned about all these things. It's not needed. Only the privileged people practice all these things. Where this thing was originated, people don't care. People haven't even heard about all these things. But here, those people, so-called enlightened people, they just come here and just sell all the techniques for $10, $15 or $100 or $1,000 or God knows what, and it has become a business, a profitable business. And people, rather gullible, they just accept everything what they have to say. Accept it. Not even questioning whether this thing can be actually taught. Can one really teach yoga meditation? Or we are in a perfect posture. Everything around us is a posture. All one has to be is to be aware of it. Aware, bring, awareness, and be attentive to the moments. For example, I'm standing here and I am aware of my postures. I feel whole of my body. That way I create certain harmony so that my energy is not wasted anywhere else, but gathered. And I can use that energy. And that energy is not the energy of friction. And you see, the irony is, those people who practice all these things and have some kind of energy, false energy, that is created by friction. Because when there is effort, there must be friction, and the energy that comes out of that friction is a false energy. It's not permanent sort of energy. It's a false energy. One can see it in oneself. So I would just think any serious human beings who loves this planet, who loves the birds, the trees, and all these things, and takes care of them, must ask this question: what is happening in the world? The East is mad. They are going after money, material stuff. People are dying for it. Only other day I heard a news that a boy of 18 years old boy was sent overseas by his parents to make money, and when he couldn't make any money, when he compared himself with other people were doing fine around him, and because he was unable to compete with them physically, mentally, he decided to take his own life. Isn't that tragic? Why do we have to compare with other people? That's one of human tragedy. Comparison is a tragedy, you see. And there is comparison outwardly, and that same mentality of comparison outwardly is taken inward, and compare between two yoga postures, compare between two gurus, or compare between two meditation techniques, and compare, compete with each other. Where there is competition, there is no peace. The inward competition. From birth to death, just compete at school. The teacher makes students to compare each other, compete with each other, and that's competition. Ambition is taken into the adulthood, and they're competing to get a better job, better position, which is fine if it's a healthy competition, but the competition has no end. A clerk is trying to become a manager is trying to become a boss is trying to become something else. This constant competition is killing our world. One country is competing with other countries, with armaments, with economy. I'm bigger, I'm better, you see. This competition is ruining, destroying this world. Beautiful world. This world is ours to share. The child, when he's 15, 13 years old, he's already dead. I mean, he's so dull. He's emotionally, mentally, he's just dead. He's just a machine now, used for the purpose of so-called the leaders, whatever they want him or her to do. Hypnotized by words. He's no longer himself. Any serious human beings should think about these things and care. The other day I was walking by and I saw a man running over a bird on the road, and he just ran over. He could have just slowed down, because the bird was sitting on the road, was trying to find some water or something. It was really hot day, and he just ran over. And when I said, "Why do you do that?" he just opened the door and he smiled at me and called me by names. He spat at me and just he spit down the road. He had no mercy, nothing for that bird. That bird exists just like us. Everything around us is longing to live, doing everything. You see how the mother bird looks after the baby bird, feeding, going around, and you may have seen how the lizard just digs the hole and buries the eggs and covers it and comes back again and again to make sure it's there. What has happened to us humans? That's all I wanted to say this morning.